Hey guys, what is up? ESK12 here, and today is going to be my ultimate guide to Dokkan Sparking, which is a brand new private server recently released by a few fans of the original game and wanted to make their own based upon what the fans wanted. Been a part of the community for a while, but this has been largely anticipated by a lot of people, so if you're new to this whole thing, this is my best explanation of an entryway to get into the actual private server. It's very different from many others, but it resembles Dokkan in a lot of ways. But there are many things that have changed, or maybe if you just forgot how to grind up a normal Dokkan account and you want some help getting back into it, this will probably help you do it in a more Dokkan sparking way anyways. But yeah, let's get started. First, most important thing in my opinion is the fact that we are given some free teams, a super class team and an extreme class team of Future Saga. I'll throw them up on the screen, but these units are given to everybody when logging into the game, and you can pretty easily develop a team like this to get through all of the early content within the game and help build up your actually relevant units and accounts. One more quick thing is whenever you're going to the start of the game, do not open Quest Mode, Portal of Memories, Baton Battle, or Dragon Ball Story. If you open any of these games, it'll kick you out to the title screen, or it might just crash your game, which obviously is a little tedious and annoying, so I'd highly recommend against it. Another thing that I highly recommend for going into any events is you at least level up potentially these units right here, the ones that you don't have, or the ones that you're given at the beginning. You can start off by training them, and the best way to train them is obviously by getting training items. I believe that when you log in for the first time, you do get training items, so you should be able to level them up right away, in case you don't pull anybody that you want, or maybe you just want to grind up the team. Either way, you are going to need training items in the future, so I highly recommend going into the training at Corrin's Tower stage, and after you beat stage 1, grind stage 2. One of the most unique things about sparking is the fact that you can grind stones infinitely. So being able to grind stones infinitely means that any stage that would originally give you stones now gives you 5 stones, and more and more every, I believe, 100 ranks. So ranking up is important, but I'll get more on that later. You want to grind up this even more training Corrin's Tower Stage 2 event. This will give you 6 stones per clear, and obviously many training items. Grind this over and over and get as many training items as you can by picking them up throughout the stage, and you'll benefit in a lot of ways. So I recommend starting here, and immediately after going to the Awakening Medal stage. This is where you get your Gregory medals. This is where you get all of those more important medals within the game. For a little guide, all of them do drop the Gregory, Bubbles, and the Dr. Jerome medals. Some of them more than others. I highly recommend going to the AGL stage. Those ones often drop the most Bubbles and Gregory medals and Jerome medals. You're gonna need all of them to awaken units, and they're the most prominent, but you need the most of them. So grinding those is going to be very impactful for grinding your units up. However, for the rest of the ones, such as the Silver, Gold, and Kai medals, you are going to need to do all the other stages individually. For the physical stage, you get Mutaito, Guru, and East Kai. For the Int stage, you get Master Shen, Kami, and West Kai. For the Tech stage, you get Mr. Popo and Bobbity and Kibito Kai. AGL boost, the AGL stage, you get Grandpa Gohan, Korin, and Kibito Kai. And then the S-Star stage gives Master Roshi, BBD, and South Kai. All of the stages do also drop the Elder Kai and King Kai. Or not King Kai, Shin. I can't remember what he's called. Supreme Kai. The Supreme Kai. The white capsules on the map, this is about like the map when you're going through the stage. The white capsules drop the bronze medals. So Gregory's, the bronze capsules drop the silver medals, which like the Mutaitos and Master Shens. Silver capsules drop the golden ones like Korin or BBD. And the gold capsules drop all of the Kais that you might need for awakening units. And yeah, that's the most important part. And after you awaken your units, let's just say you level up and awaken a unit, Z-awaken a unit, you can either do, you can probably just go and do some Dokkan Awakenings. However, I recommend that you go into the Discord server, which you are most likely already in, and asking for a friend there, and preferably asking for a rainbow friend of whatever of the new units you want. Could be Ultra Bros, could be the Diamond Super Saiyan 4 Goku. These guys will really help you will really help you get through these Dokkan Awakening stages faster, and on top of that, you do have infinite continues with stones. So whenever you lose a Dragon Ball event, it'll say use a stone to continue. The nice thing is you can do this infinitely, and it actually doesn't take away a stone. They made it so that whenever you use this mechanic, you still continue, but it does not deplete any of your stones. So you can continuously lose over and over and come back to your super good rotation and get through these Dokkan Awakening events much, much, much faster than you would in the normal game. On top of this, whatever you set as your friend supporter will also mirror. So when you build up your account and you awaken the units you want, you can set your own friend character up, and that'll help you get through some stages as well. So let's just say I wanted to do a run with Buhan. I can go here, I'll find Tech Buhan, I set him as my friend, and then he will mirror over to when I want to try out an event, and I can find him in my friends list, and it'll be the exact same Buhan as yours, with the exact same build, exact same percentage. So yeah, that's another very, very important factor to grinding and stuff, is your own friend unit, in case you don't have anything else. Next most important part is hidden potential. It takes about 10 to 20 seconds, but 15 seconds on average per run of the hidden potential event, and you're going to need to do about 9 runs per unit. You need 4,200, I believe. Yes, you need, why can't I find it? 4,300 in small orbs, 2,470 medium orbs, and 223 large orbs for every single LR rainbow. So it should take you about 3 runs in the hidden potential event. I'll do a quick run really quickly. But if you go here and you start, you have the 3 pathways. You'll have the pathway on the left, the pathway in the middle, and the pathway on the right. If you do it correctly and you get the middle part right here, this part every single time, you can go whichever way. And I recommend doing 3 runs on each side. If you do that, that should get you any unit rainbowed. If you do it correctly, that should take you about 2.5 minutes to get one singular unit rainbow. So if you want to get all your units maxed out, really only need about half an hour to get probably 10 or so units maxed, maybe 15. So a little bit grindy, but it's worth it. And you can grind this obviously infinitely. This one, however, does not give you stones, so I highly recommend just doing this event if you really want to get through it quickly. Now, I'd say after you get all of this stuff done, after you've awakened some of your units, there are some very, very important ways of grinding stones. I already listed the way earlier, where you go into the Korin's Tower stage and you do the second stage over and over and over. If you want to find a way to AFK grind it, that's totally fine. But yeah, going through this stage will be the best way to get stones. So if you haven't awakened all your units and you just want to get a lot of stones, go into even more training, Korin's Tower stage number 2, do Z hard over and over and over. Not only will you get a lot of stones, you'll get training items, which you can obviously use forever. Aside from that, the second best way to grind stones is the Devil Awaken stage, or by grinding Dokkan events. Every Dokkan event that you clear does give you 6 stones, and on top of the 6 stones, you will also get double your awakening medals. So every stage you do, instead of getting the base 7, you'll get 14. It's like they give you a free permanent boost for every stage you do. So instead of having to do 11 runs, you only need to do 6 runs per DFE unit. On top of this, there is the Devil Awaken stage. All of these stages drop 50 stones per clear, and for every 100 ranks, it drops an extra stone. So, the fastest one with a good team is, in my experience, Devil Awaken stage 2. If you run this team right here with the Daimagoku, this team right here will do you wonders. The main aspect of the Tech Broly, or the second phase, is the fact that he has a lot of defense. So you want to run units with a lot of crit. Gotenks has guaranteed crit, and he has a lot of attack stats. Daimagoku also has a lot of crit. So you go in here, and you'll kind of just blitz through the event in about 4 to 5 minutes, meaning on average per hour, you're going to be getting 623 stones per hour, with effective total, like totally locked in grinding. That's about how much you'll get. So if you really have the time and you really have the dedication, you'll be able to get through it relatively quickly. On top of grinding all these stones and all these awakenings, which is the main core gameplay of this, you also want to do your daily Kai event. This is relatively consistent, or not relatively consistent. You're going to want to do this consistently. You get 1 per day, 1 attempt per day. It'll give you 2 Kais, and I believe up to 4 or more normal Kais. And then it's just worth doing. Next up, I'd say the next important thing is the coin system. They do a very unique thing where they give you pity on the brand new banner, so you can save up Dokkan Festival coins and you'll be able to instantly rainbow any of the new upcoming Dokkan Fest units if you want to. It's 500 for the new unit, 400 for the new side banner unit, and then obviously 400 for every single side DFE unit, and currently Carnival coins are out, but there's nothing there as the only banner out doesn't really have it. Right now there is also a raid going on, a raid event. You can do it 5 times a day, and in the base game you get 20 medals per. All of these come, you get all of the wallpapers in the game. They have their own custom wallpapers, and then currently, since there's no story events available, they also dropped some of the awakening medals for LRs that currently were not awakenable. On top of this, there are some Kais that you can buy, and then, you know, more medals. And then there is the, I'll just do this right now, you get Kais, 20 Kais for every single 25 medals, so every 4 runs is a total of 80 Kais, which obviously I think is very valuable and very good. This is currently what I'm grinding for. That's what I do every single day. Kais are very scarce, so I highly recommend getting as many Kais as you possibly can. You'll start off with a lot, but you'll blow through them really quickly because obviously there's a lot of units you gotta grind up. But yeah, most importantly, grinding stones, grinding your awakenings, and easy A's. They work very similarly, or they work very differently from the actual game. You'll go through this. We'll start here. I'll just show it off. So you cannot just go here and then beat him. You will not get any medals that way. You need to go all the way to the right over here. You'll go all the way down here and pick up this medal. Make sure you pick up the medal, and then once you win, you have infinite continues in here too, just like the other stages. Every stage except for their own custom difficulty ones have infinite continues. So even Festival Battles has infinite continues except for charge counts. You cannot infinite continue past charge count. However, what you can do, another thing that I forgot to mention, Festival Battles drops 750 stones for every single clear. However, it is not as effective as running the Devil Awaken stage. So if you really want to lock in and grind, go to the Devil Awaken stage. But if you're willing to just, you know, kind of chill and play the game throughout the day with like your best units, you can go into Festival Battles, which I believe is up. Where's Festival Battles? It's down here. You can go to the Festival Battles right here and kind of blow through it. Get through it very easily with a lot of these very strong units like the Ultra Bros and Diamond Goku. And it'll be a pretty smooth run, and you'll get 750 stones. So if you just kind of want to chill, lay back, do this. This is probably one of the better ways to grind stones, although I do not recommend it for efficiency. Another important thing is the banners. They have these sparking emblems, so every single multi you accomplish will give you, I believe it's 10 or 15 of these sparking medals. And you get 15 stones in return. So for every single multi, you get 15 stones. However, they do not have singles. They have the 50 stone multi, which works just like a normal multi, or they have the 200 stone multi, which means you get a guaranteed featured. So if you want more Diamond Goku dupes, then you'll just spam on this one. It is a little bit more harder to grind, so if you really just want to do the 50, that's totally fine. However, if you want to go strictly for Diamond Goku, it's probably more worth it to go for the featured, or for Ultra Bros, obviously. Same exact principles apply here. The normal banners work the same, however the rates for SSRs are like quadrupled, so you will be pulling way more LRs, you will be pulling way more DFEs in here. I got Tao rainbowed and I think 1,000 stones, like very quickly I got him rainbowed. So I also got him rainbowed, like I pulled all of these units very, very, very quickly. So do not be afraid to summon. You have infinite ways to grind stones, you have infinite ways to grind for your account. Keep on grinding. The main thing right now is grinding for power level and just having a good time. Another thing that I should definitely bring up is power level and rank grinding. Rank grinding, every 100 levels you gain, you get 1 extra stone for each time you clear a stage. So if you get the 50 stones per clearing the Devil Awakens, you'll get, let's just say you're rank 500, you'll get 55, which while it's kind of minuscule, it makes a pretty big difference in the long run. On top of this, you get an extra 100 box space for every 100 stages. However, I believe the way it works is you get one box space for every single rank that you get. So instead of it being you just get 100 on rank 100, you just get one more box space every single time. On top of this, the best way to grind ranked is surpassing all stage 1, which is pretty easy to get through. And then the power level leaderboard, which is something that they very heavily focused on right here, is very different from the normal game. It's not very focused on link level grinding because, like I said, you can infinitely grind the link level orb stage. If you go here and go to the link level orb stage, instead of it being once a week, you can actually play it infinitely, and every single run will get you 1 unit max link level 10, because it does drop rainbow orbs and many more of these. So you'll get 70 normal blue orbs, I believe it's 24 of the other orbs, and you'll get, yeah, you get a lot of orbs per run that you need. So pretty much every single one of these will take about a minute to a minute and a half. So keep on grinding this if you want link level 10 units. However, it will not boost your power level. It's really only going to be for gameplay. Every single link level 10 unit gives you 10 points, or sorry, every single link level 10 gives you 10 points. Every single stage cleared gives you 1200 points. So most of my power level actually comes from the stages cleared. And then every single hidden potential node will give you 1 point, and every Dokkan Awakening will give you 100 points. So I'm getting 6,600 power level from Dokkan Awakenings. I'm getting 1,890 from link levels. I'm getting most of this, or most of my power level from all the stages I've done, and then hidden potential is giving me a total of 8,761. For every hidden potential orb is 1 point. And that's pretty much the most important part of the Dokkan sparking. There isn't a whole lot more that you need to know. It's pretty much, as of now, just like normal Dokkan. You just kind of play the hard events when you want to, and then you grind up your account. This is my my current box is this. There's still a lot of units I need to awaken, still a lot of units I need to easy A. But I'm looking in a pretty good spot right now. Got quite a few rainbows. Rainbow Tao, Vegeta Blue, who's going to easy A soon, same for him. Right now, just have a good time, build up an account. If you love Dokkan and you love grinding up your own account, this is going to be a way more fun version of that, in my opinion. There's a lot more to do. It's much more quality of life. And you get a lot more benefits out of it. You get stones, which means you're going to be able to summon more. And one more quick warning, don't hoard stones too hard. The more stones you hoard, you're just going to want to spend them. Every time a new banner comes out, which is, in I believe 3 days from now, 3 or 4 days from now, is going to be part 2 of the Dokkan, or not the Dokkan, the Sparking Celebration. Your stones will automatically reset to 2,000. So obviously, if you have more than that, spend your stones. Don't be afraid to spend them. If you honestly just want to summon a bunch on this banner, you can stock up on a bunch of these sparking emblems, and then you'll just buy all of these, and then you'll have more stones going into the next banner. So pretty much the most efficient way to spend your stones is once you're above 2k, just spend them all on this banner, or on these banners, or whatever banner you want really, and then just get your sparking emblems when you're ready and the next banner comes out. I don't recommend going for pity on these guys. It is very unbalanced. You need way too many of these, in my opinion, to actually get the units. So just spend them on these stones. You'll probably be way better off. And obviously, save up your Dokkan Festival coins for whatever DFE you want. Hopefully, this guide helped you. Oh, one more thing. My friend over on Discord made an entire guide to obtaining items, which the more items you get, the easier it will be to clear the Dokkan, or the Devil Awakening stage. You can use nuking items or other items that just make it easier to blow through those phases. So I highly, highly, highly recommend getting those if you really want the most efficient way of grinding stones. I know he does it, and he has way more stones than I do, way more power level than I do. So I highly recommend following in his footsteps. I will link the item guide in the description because it would take me way too long to go over the entire thing here. So please go into the description if you really care and look at all of the Dokkan events that you can grind for certain items that you might want or need for the future. Anyways, I hope you guys really, really, really enjoyed this guide, and if anything, even if you thought I sucked at doing this, it helped you in some way. I really hope it did. If you guys have any advice for me, anything you wish I changed, anything you wish I went over, any questions you have, please ask me in the comments, or join me or follow me on Twitter and tell me about it, or go into my Discord. Thank you. I hope you all have an incredibly blessed day and wonderful night or day, whatever time you're watching this, and I will catch you all on the flip side. Peace.